Providing more information for us in a news conference. Let's go ahead and listen in.
Near the Vera Lake Estates area, and we hope that somebody will come forward with information. We've been searching all the wooded areas. We've been searching everything. It's a pretty remote area, not a walkable area as you know other city areas or places might be, and so very concerning. We're concerned for him, for his family. We're hoping for a positive outcome of this. This gentleman at 86 does have dementia, gives us great concern, and these are some of the most difficult cases. So you know, our hearts are out with the family right now. Our team has been out all night. They've been out all day today. We've been very busy with this case, and this is definitely one that's of the utmost importance while we're starting with it. And we want to make sure that the public knows that we're actively looking for, despite all the other things that we have going on, we are very much looking for this gentleman, and we hope that somebody will come forward with that information. Next case I want to tell you about. This is last night. One of our sergeants is on patrol. He's driving on 16th Street, and he sees a red streak go across the sky. I'm going to show you what he saw from his body cam last night in a video. This video starts out with what he was experiencing, and it transitions to an arrest that occurred this morning. So we're going to play this video for you very quickly. And this video will be available to you. This is our suspect here, Brandon Harnoy. He has a variety of charges up there that you can see. He has been booked into the Indian River County Jail. Our investigation at that residence is ongoing. We currently have our crime scene there searching the residence. We've had to amend the search warrant several times. As you can see, those shots that were fired were from an AR rifle. They were tracer rounds that were being fired, and they were fired from his backyard. Our folks that were on scene said that his backyard looked like a backstop of a shooting range. They said that there were holes and damage everywhere, and that the telephone pole nearby was so shot up that it was actually compromised, that it could be a loss out there for the telephone company. Inside of the residence, we've experienced exotic snakes. He has, we believe, a black mamba and a cobra, none of which were registered with the Florida Department of Wildlife. They are involved in this investigation. Additionally, ATF is involved because when he was firing those rounds that you saw in the video, he was using an oil can as a silencer. And so ATF is helping us out with this investigation. This is another big deal that's going on out west of town, and we will not know all the charges on this one until we've cleared that house and we know everything with our partner agencies. The charges that you see up there are charges that he's currently booked in on, but we will add charges in that case if necessary. The real kicker in this is the area that he was shooting from is a very residential area, HOA style neighborhood. He's firing into a wooded area across the street from that home. The other side of it is a youth camp. And the cabins that exist on that property have bullet defects in them. The trees nearby have bullet defects in them. We did recover the tracer ammo from his bedroom. This guy has previous charges involving domestic violence and was not supposed to have weapons whatsoever. He was arrested back in January for possession of firearm while not allowed to have it by the Vero Beach Police Department. Those charges were dropped, but we're hoping that in this case, He's going to be away for a long time. This is really bad stuff. The idea of having these exotic animals. His neighbors were absolutely terrified. In talking with the neighborhoods, they were so ecstatic that we took him out of there today. Really just unbelievable that this is happening right here in our backyard. The third case, and the one that you're likely here for, we had a deputy arrested early this morning. So this case dates back to early October. A victim came forward and advised us that she was afraid that one of the deputies was stalking her, that she was afraid that he was going to escalate what was happening. Our team took that into consideration. They identified the deputy. They started looking at and you're going to have this is all in the arrest affidavit. One of the reasons why we're delayed is it's a 30-page arrest affidavit. You're going to get a copy of it for yourself before you leave here. In the affidavit, you'll see that he was driving around this lady's residence. He was outside of his assigned patrol area, that he was doing things on duty very inappropriate. He was sending text messages. He was cyber stalking her. He was physically stalking her. And the reason that we're asking for your help, last Friday I stood right here and I told you about a doctor that we had concerns that there were other victims on. We've had 20 people come forward since last Friday. 20 people about that doctor. Our team has been very busy, as you can see. They are going to follow up on every single one of those complaints. 20 people on that case. So again, whether you're a doctor or a deputy or anybody in a trusted position, we're going to hold you accountable. Doesn't matter who you are. We're going to make sure that there's justice for these victims. And in this case, just like the last one, we believe there are more victims. We conducted a search warrant on this deputy's cell phone, his personal cell phone. We found really disturbing things on there that he was sending to a variety of different people. We've identified other victims already. Some want to cooperate, some maybe not so much. This is the deputy, Deputy Sam Ehrman. He has 2 charges against him. One charge is stalking, and one charge is criminal misuse of agency computers. He did search his victim in this case using our agency database. He got information about where she lived, and so he is being charged with that felony as well as the stalking felony. Again, I want to reiterate, if you've been a victim, if you've been stopped by this guy, if you've had a contact, he's reaching out through social media. There's many different ways that he's reached out to victims. We want to hear from you. If you're a victim in this case, just like the doctor case, we're going to take you seriously. We're going to listen to what you have to say, and we're going to move forward with that. And so all 3 of these have kept us very busy. We've got a lot going on here. I know you guys probably have some questions. We'll provide you with as much as we can. We want to be open and transparent with this case, as with all of our cases as we do. So with that, I'll take your questions.
You said there were some disturbing things in his phone. Can you describe what the disturbing things
I'm not going to get into the details, but it's in the affidavit. I'll leave that to you. If you want to put that on the air, that's up to you.
The last name Ehrman, is he related anyway to the county commissioner?
Yes.
Can you tell us how?
It's his son.
Mm-hmm. How long has he been a deputy?
He started in 2015, so 10 years. He was terminated earlier today. He is no longer employed here at the Indian River County Sheriff's Office.
Did he ever have any previous record of wrongdoing within the department?
There's some minor issues, nothing like this, nothing that we're aware of previous to this.
For those who may not know, what type of
Indian River County Sheriff Eric Flowers there, several stories there. More reporting on all of these as we get more information.